Hello boys, my name is Kuliyoshi, and I'm kind of getting right into this, I guess you could say that. But anyways, welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. In the last episode, we left off getting some more weapons, and we're about to open another warp zone to probably one of the better spots in the game that has some really good weapons on it. So, with that in mind, hang on, I need to actually pick Sia here. With that in mind, though, yeah, we left off getting some 4+ weapons on the Lorule map, and now we're continuing through it. Technically, this is one of the hardest maps in the game, but when you can use stuff like a tap power and other stuff to increase your damage, it's not really that actually bad of a map to do. In fact, more often than not, I've done this faster so far than I've done other maps that are supposed to be more easy. Because we both have good magic, I think I'm going to split up a bit on when it comes to getting the stuff done on this. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pull a fast one. I'm actually not going to use any magic whatsoever on Ganon's side. Instead, I'm going to actually kill this magic stash tube, since Phantom Ganon, I mean, what am I talking about? This is Ganondorf we're talking about here. Since Ganondorf now has his level 4 weapon, he can actually do some decent damage to these guys, so we're going to try to kill them as best we can. It's not going to be easy by any means, but there is a couple of strategies we can do, namely this one where we just get up a bunch of specials and then use that, and there we go. We got one of them scattered. And I figure I would do that and then start actually using stuff. And only then will I do other stuff. Unfortunately, that will probably trigger a bug at the end of this. So I haven't really showed this off, but there's a small bug when it comes to the magic fountain stuff and other things. And also just wasted it for no reason or another. On second thought, let's do this right off the bat before we do anything. For no reason or another, we don't know why, but changing characters midway twice actually causes a miniature glitch of some sorts that very much causes your character to not get your full power that you usually do. Meaning, it's trickier to kill certain enemies. That only happens, as far as I'm aware, when you use Magic Fountain more than once and on more than one character. As long as you don't use it too bad, you'll be fine, but... And yes, I mean it when I say, because I normally have a lot of fairy skills, usually you only get 1 or 2 of them advancing towards you at once, but with this new version, if you switch more than once back to one character, it apparently nerfs your stats, sort of. And I guess more or less, basically, makes it so that you cannot, use the same strategies that you usually use when taking out opponents. Like, if you normally can use Magic Fountain up to 3 or 4 times, you only get the ability to use it once, and it's just gone. And I figure since I accidentally used Material Blaster after that, I figure I would just reset, because it's early on in the map. I want to keep it, because without that, it takes a lot longer to clear certain maps. I will say, like, Magic Fountain Plus is so overpowered that not having it for certain maps actually makes them a lot more slower than what you would think normally. Beyond that, I'm kind of just going wherever. I'm gonna use the top as a shortcut to do stuff. And we have another one of those dumb Hylian captives again that just usually flees right away. I didn't get a chance to show this off, so I guess I'll end up showing it off now. But, And for some reason in the Lorule map, and other DLC maps, fleeing captains like this don't actually have the same penalty as you would normally expect. If you've watched other maps, then you know that usually they're pretty bad. In fact, they can be so bad to the point where sometimes your secondary character will just free. In case you are wondering, when they normally fall, a Hylian Ghost will appear, and then normally that Hylian Ghost cause your troops to flee, and sometimes that could also impact other stuff. But in this version, it's a bit different. I think what it actually does is make our troops weaker this time. So, because this hasn't shown itself yet, I'm gonna... wait. But yes, if you don't kill Hylian Ghost within a set time, it starts weakening your troops and yourself as, like, a whole for a little bit of time. Okay. Well, beyond that, just take out the host, and it's not as much of a problem. Because as you notice there, it does not cause our forces to flee for some reason, and it really makes it a lot easier. Which means technically when that captain goes there, you do not have to save him at all. So more often than not, I choose not to, because it just wastes tons of time, and I'd much rather get this done with. Over and done with, as you know. Oh, it seems our horsemen are weakened up a bit. Also, I just realized that animation that played there was kind of broken as well. A lot of stuff is broken in this game, you'd be surprised. Alright. Link is gone. Alright. Easy enough. Oh, we got some more King Daphne stuff again. It's always nice when we can get stuff like that. Alright. Stop the enemy merger, huh? Okay. I think we can do this pretty easily. Okay. And now we're suddenly back in the left part of the map. The reason why I'm here is for multiple reasons. Impa's level 4+ weapon and a couple of other stuff are hidden here. So, yeah, it's really important that we deal with all these guys. Because this is in the red side of the map, I might be better off doing other stuff, or I guess because this is Redead, I'll at least do this so I don't get stunned every 15 seconds. And yeah, as you see, if you use your thing while you're here, you won't take as much damage as you normally do. At first it seems like you should be stunned, but then you just immediately unstun yourself, which is pretty cool. And I was about to say something like, oh, maybe I should just skip doing this, using Magic Fountain Plus on this, but this is a harder one, so I might be better off actually using it, so I'm going to use it this time. There's also other things you can do as well, and I think I might show this off a bit later, but as you defeat the dark enemies around the area, if you can defeat them all before the Lord of Horde actually merges, then the Lord of Horde will weaken itself. Not always for ever, that is, but for the most part will usually weaken himself a bit. And beyond that, though, we just go for all the eyes here. Alright. And there you go. So when you defeat all the dark big Poes, or any dark Poes and other stuff, then that particular character loses some morale and it makes them die slightly quicker. But that's about all you can do. And oops, I forgot about that one on the side. That's all my fault, really. I'm gonna probably pay for this right away because the Lord of Arge is definitely gonna merge here. I didn't think it would at first, but then we might be able to stop it just in time, but let's be honest, I did not notice this guy all the way to the side here. But, okay, we saved it. Thankfully, Sheik was really close, and so we stopped him. But we got a dialogue box because of using too many of those. Alright, there we go. Done with that. Alright. Now, what weapons are actually available there? Here's the real question. That's a big question. Okay, there's a spinner for level Link up here, and another thing to the right. Oh, we need the other thing again. Because I'm not going to get much air damage as well, I'm just going to use the hammer right now to increase our attack damage here, so we can do this a bit easier. Oh, it is Soul! Oh boy, but this one is going to be interesting. I mentioned a couple of them are Soul, and apparently this is one of them, but we can still win pretty easily since our Link is like 247. I'm not worried at all. I'm just more worried about how much time this is going to take, really. We also can get another Great Fairy's Tears, which is kind of important, because you know how hard that was to get. South Desert Keep is all the way at the bottom. Alright. But beyond it, it's just capture the keeps. So we're capturing the keeps, I guess. And this is also the first time we have ever used the spitter, so I guess we get to show that off. At least for a little bit. While we're here, that is. I am not gonna kill these guys here. In fact, I'm just gonna drop this for the KOs and then just run. I think it's the first time I've done something like this in a while. I'm gonna drop one here. If you're fast, this will be easy anyways. Oh, one of them is in North Oasis, but that's already one of the ones I'm going for, so that'll be pretty easy to get to. Okay, that's a good combo, actually. We should probably use that a bit more. Oh, these boys again. Messengers have appeared. How about we just take them out? Unless Yuga takes the keep back there, I'm gonna not go after him this time. You can tell I'm just ready to go when I just skip all of those troops, like, no problem. Just focusing entirely on going as fast as I can, because really, when you have Magic Fountain Plus, what else are you going to use anyway? I honestly didn't see if I hit the item or not, but I'm close enough to where I could always go back and check really quick using the owl. And I might have to anyways for troops, so who knows? Alright. Okay, we do not have enough stuff here, so we have to use Magic Fountain Plus a second time. Not like I care. And that should be it for that. So that was very fast first mission, that's for sure. Certainly did it really quick. Alright. Now... and there we go. Now capturing the enemy keeps has weakened the enemy soldiers. Meaning we don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll probably show off this magic with this later. But that being said, I am a bit confused as to whether or not I got the Great Fairy Tears or not, so I'm gonna check first. That's the only reason why I got the owl. Oh, hello. Linkle is trying to rush in and commit suicide. I guess for Linkle, it's more like I want to be the hero and do stuff. Ooh, by the way, I actually predicted right. Sure enough, I did not get the item. So it's a good thing I'm able to show that off to you all, and now I'm not going to use magic with him. I'll just use regular combos, and I think that'll be good enough. And now's where the actual damage might play into play, but then again, we do have the hammer. Ooh. Ooh, goodness, that was a really cool animation. Now, because we're level 2, it's going to take a lot longer to kill Ganondorf, so I think I'm actually going to be better off just using other combos. Okay, multiple of those combos apparently trigger whatever that is. I can't see what's happening half of the time because of the stuff that's going on, but nope, you're not gonna do your attack. And by the way, I figure sometimes giving variety is best because, let's be honest, if I actually went to weak point break Ganondorf, I wouldn't have dealt much damage to him anyways. Alright. Oh, I just realized I probably should have showed off that animation, but whatever, I have no time for it anyway. Level 3. When we go for the level 3 weapon, we'll probably get a chance to show it off again. And the level 4 weapon for that same reason. That is one thing I did forget, though, but not like I care. I'm gonna do a challenge with it. I'll find a way to show it off somehow. But for now, this is probably the one I'm more excited about. Impa's first and probably more important level 4+ weapon. And it only required a bomb, which was nice. So we get to keep our rupees and attack damage increases. And he also has a level 3 weapon, which is going to make this considerably faster. Alright. So we have to destroy the army of boosted morale, meaning we're going to have to deal with fleeing troops. Oh, but his is a bit more annoying. We have one item in North Minekeep and one in South Minekeep. Where do we actually start, though? Okay, well, looks like we're going for North Minekeep first. But yeah, it's one of those ones where captains have to be dealt with. That was a cool attack, by the way. But yeah, it was definitely a cool character. If Agatha is a decent hard hitter in regular gameplay, which, no offense to Aga players, but Agatha players, but Infa is probably more or less a better version of Agatha. She just has better attacks overall, is slightly faster, and deals even more damage. It's actually impressive. She pretty much is the original hitter, all things concerned. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I just realized something. The enemies down on the back are probably going to be very trolly because normally I don't check stuff like this, and I normally don't concern myself with this, but sometimes the commanders can just free really quickly. And you'd be surprised. They actually, leave really quickly if you're not ready for it. And since one of them is really close to our commander, I think it's actually a good idea to go down there first. No reason or another, just want to. Because if they ever do die, of course we're going to lose. And sure enough, yeah, I was correct. I think this is one of those other missions that I might have seen before in the Great Sea. And the reason why I wanted to go here is because I'm pretty sure I remember our commander nearly dying the one time, so I think going down here is honestly better. And by getting the 2 warp zones, we can jump out to the top of the map whenever we want. As for the other actual strategies with Impa, they're pretty straightforward. Just use your combo 2 on everything, and everything will die. And when you need troops, just use combo 3 instead. That's about all there really is to it. So we get to see a lot of smashing and hashing here, as they call it. Alright. Okay, so that takes care of that first problem. So we no longer have to worry about us losing. While it's probably not considerably as bad this time, I do want to make sure that I don't actually lose, because, yeah, it could be a little bit deadly. Also, I don't know why I took damage from that. That was bad attack to get it by, but not like I care. Because this is a red map, we can take a lot of damage before getting docked to the A rank, so as long as we don't play terrible, we should be fine, which playing pretty decent right now, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. You know what? That one's not worth it anymore. We're going up top instead. Now that we no longer have our, oh. Alright, this is behind the other spot. I like how a single hapta or whatever is causing players to also, instead of doing the normal free animation, the character says they gain momentum and morale. Because, like, they have to tell you how bad it really is. Okay, I need to catch this guy before he goes too far away. Mr. Stonebling, get back here right now. I need to take you out. Yeah, that's right. You come right here, buddy, so I can take you out really quickly. Oh. The Snow-Blitz have some really fast attack patterns, and I guess more annoying ones due to having a lot of good range, so okay, he's gone. Oh, we have a Volga to deal with as well. That's actually kind of cool in this spot, though, because, like, also we, I don't know what the game's talking about. We, already, killed the captains. Again, it's almost impossible to save any captains, let alone all of them in once. Also, I like how a weaker enemy was the only one that hit me, and, it did like 3 hearts or something. It's a bit scary. If you ask me, I should be worried. Not that I'm worried I'll die to Vogue or anything, I'm just worried for my A rank. More often than not, the best way of dealing with Volga is that's it, again, I'm out. Don't want to deal with that. Okay, now he's back to normal. More often than not with Volga, I found it's better to just attack him normally because trying to extreme crush him will not work. As long as you have the right character, you can usually counter him pretty easy and force him to do the same attack over and over again. As Impa, it's a bit more interesting though because he doesn't have the speed to do it, but that's fine because we got what we came here for. Which is the Big Ron Sunblade. Now Impa can bind up if he wants to. Oh great, this again. We've already gotten so many of these. I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty much gonna get rid of anything that is not that is not Legends or the Luminos crossbows mainly. Cause my goodness. Excuse me. Well, anything that isn't like super trolly or something I don't know about. Oh, we need the ice rod. Well, while we're here, we're gonna get 2 of the fire rods as well. Just to make it a bit more efficient to look at. And there we go. Lightning Railment. Hunt down and defeat your foes. Lana solo, but now she has her level 4+ weapon. Not like I'm gonna use it though. Let's see here. That's lightning recommended. Time for Sheik. If I get to tough missions from now on, I'll just use hammers on them when the time comes. Maybe I should probably buy hammers to make them a bit easier, but that being said, still a lot to get. Alright. I'll just go for whoever's closest, of course. It looks like we're taking on King Dodongo first. King Dodongo out of all the bosses is probably the most trolly. He's a one that, while you could get through it, he's one you really want to use Extreme Crush on, because it ain't Dodongo. More often than not, he does not do what you want him to do. Alright, there we go. Took him out. Oh, he's not dead because he has a little bit of health. We're gonna do this then. Oh yeah, he still has a lot. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for him to open his mouth this time. Oh, come on. Like how the moment I try and do something, I just immediately mess up what I'm trying to do. Well, this is gonna be bad for a bit. Especially considering I pretty much wasted all the extreme crushes I have and can no longer use any but one because of that accidental swap I did. While it seems like swaps don't really make a lot of sense, they actually do matter because I accidentally swapped to Lana there, I will now only be able to use one special instead of two, so I need to remind myself of that and only use Extreme Crush when absolutely necessary. And of course, Manhandle is one of the bosses, so of course we're going to use it on him. Simply because Manhandle, it takes too long otherwise, but since that other thing happened, I think it might be better to actually take him normally out the first time, and if it doesn't work the first time, then I'll just do other stuff. And yeah, I was right. Somehow I just knew he would get up. Okay, I'm gonna make sure he attacks me first. Then we're gonna Extreme Crush him. Alright. Got him. It's been actually kind of a while since we've had to deal with any opponents actually being a bit difficult. I'm so used to everything just dying in one hit that, when it didn't die in one hit, it kind of surprised me. That means, what does that mean? A prison gonna take really long, or what? Nope. Run, attack. There we go. That took a really long time. I'm gonna have to use any specials. If I get any. Oh. And eat that up anyway. Okay, well that's fine. The prison usually gets up quite a bit anyway. Prison more often than not takes 2 cycles to actually get him fully weak point broken. Alright. Well, because of the extra stuff, I think the Bomb Chew might be a bit more necessary than this one. Too bad we already had it fully, basically. Alright. Alright. And just when you thought the giant bosses were simple, think again, they're all pretty difficult. Really. Heck, I'm not a poison dies in 2 hits. But the others not dying in 2 hits? That's very strange. Wait, maybe that's because I didn't use Magic Fountain Plus, or... I could have sworn I used it, as far as I'm aware, but I think those guys were dying in 2 hits anyway, so yeah. Not sure if it's an unusual difficulty curve or simply forgetting to do that, but it might be. It might just be more difficult than the other ones before, and I don't know why it's that difficult, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff for Sia. Whenever you unlock one costume, it unlocks all the other stuff for her, too. Like the Chosen Ones. Is this full solo? Because if it is, I'm not using Zant. Zant is not gonna win easily. I'll just use you instead. Okay. Simple. I can redo multiple levels if I need to, and more often than not, I'll probably need to in these later maps, so... Getting the other stuff instead, and we're back in the Earth and Wind Temples again, by the way. Okay, there's one spot kind of next to me. How about I get that first? And then take out this here Link, who does not need to be here. I don't know, I'm just so used to everything dying in one hit that I get kind of surprised when that doesn't happen. And it does annoy me a little bit that these things aren't dying in one hit. Oh. I don't know what I did there. I just realized I should be using my water attack as Sheik. Because while Sheik has this, he cannot be damaged at all, and it really helps a lot with certain harder levels that would normally be a bit more trickier. And by the way, for once we actually get a regular mission that isn't a trolling mission or some other complicated goal. It's just defeat captains, which is simple enough. We can do that pretty quickly anyway, so let's do that. Alright. Oh, hello. We can skip using Magic Fountain Plus on this key. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna use the warp to go back. I think that's slightly faster than going the other way. Oop. I just realized I don't think I got the item that I need, but I'm pretty sure that was also Face's Keep, so we could just go back and check and then we'll warp. Yep, I was right. The only reason I'm showing this off is just so that everybody knows for the walkthrough where exactly each individual food is, because I have to mention that. And by the way, I'm purposely avoiding the final boss because the final boss, more often than not, in some of these missions, tends to be a bit more difficult than other stuff. Just because one particular one wasn't that bad doesn't mean that another one will be easy too. I think this one will probably be one of the harder ones, given it is on the last map of the game. Intended last map of the game, rather. I don't know what I was saying about weak troops earlier, by the way, but our allies apparently took out the enemies right there, in case you're wondering why that thing disappeared. It's because our allies actually took it out on their own, which means those Highland captains actually did something for once. Hooray! For them, at least, as far as I'm aware. Beyond that, that's the last enemy we need, and now the commander's lured out. And that's about it. Also, this is Chosen Ones, which is more or less just a regular battle, but it also has the hero characters. So whenever Chosen Ones appears, that means it's basically the hero-like characters, which is why Link was there, Ganondorf was there, because they were all chosen by the Triforce. Anybody who was chosen by the Triforce, that's the character you must fight here, which means we also face Zelda as the boss, since we had not faced her up to that point. She can be a bit annoying to take out just because of her insanely fast speed with the Rapier, but Extreme Crush, it's not quite as bad. Okay, I'm just gonna go through all of these and slowly take her out bit by bit. I like how even with Extreme Crush, she's not dying fast, which again proves that this is probably a bit more difficult than normal difficult, so perhaps this is actually a hidden difficulty curve that makes it even more difficult because the game recognizes that it's the final area. Phew! It got pretty sight out there, huh? I'm glad we got out with our lives. So do I, Ravio. I'm so glad that we our lives too. My goodness. Because it did get a bit intense there. They were taking a bit longer, which worried me a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of everything that isn't useful. Like that. Get rid of that. Already have experience. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I can get rid of the hero swords. Keep this, and just keep the rest. Look at all the buddy havers, my goodness. I don't really need any of them, though. Let's get rid of them while we can. I need weapons. I could just wait to do a certain end that I would normally do until later. Alright. Defeat all the giant bosses in time with Yuga's wedded characters. That's fine, because I have a strategy idea. Just use Sia for the first part, Sheikah as a backup, and then you pick Yuga as the last character, since we're probably not going to use him in this one. Alright. I'm honestly not interested in getting all the 4+ weapons. When I say 4+ weapon grind, I mean just getting all the major ones. If there's one that is not really needed, then we'll skip it. But that problem is, there are certain ones that force you to use a specific weapon with that specific character. So if something does come up, we may have to come back here mid-playthrough, which I'll probably mention. Oh, and also, there's a Ganon here. Well, that's gonna make things more interesting. Oh. Let's be honest, I think I'm just gonna take out Ganon normally at this point. I don't know what else to really do. Ganon is kind of a tricky opponent to take out. Let's see if that gets him down. Nope. Still need one more. Oh, now he activates the feign. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was just swapping to skip that animation. Oh my gosh, second jump in a row? Gosh dang it, Ganon! You frickin' just stay on the ground? Yeah, that's more like it. Charge at me, why don't ya? Good grief, that took a long time for him to do that. And he did a lot of damage with that attack because of that. To be fair, it's one of the weirder attacks, but still, it's a bit. I should be a bit worried. Okay, he's gone. Alright, we don't have to worry about him anymore. Now, about the others. Helmarkine I could just defeat normally, so I think I'm going to defeat him normally. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea right about now. Okay, that one worked. Sometimes I don't know why the Helmarkine just doesn't get hit by the hammer. It's kind of weird, in a way. Because you think you would get it every time, but not always the case, it seems. Wait, so if Ganon did a lot of damage, then a prison boy is also probably going to do a lot of damage too. Yeah, I was right. Not like I care, I'm just going to go in anyways. I have Hard Worker as a backup in case I do die. But I don't want to do it too much. Oop. Okay. Well, since he does a lot of damage, I should probably use this to knock him down instead. If you get really worried about certain animations, you could just use a different attack as a backup, as a safety. More often than not, against a prison, if you're not using the best character, you either just want to use a special to knock him down, or I guess I could have used Extreme Crush as well, and that would work, but Extreme Crush is kind of wonky on him, so I prefer not to use it on prison. Also, I didn't see Yuga's chest animation yet, so may as well shut that off. It looked like he almost used... For some reason, it looked like he used the Force for a second to make it come to him. I guess he is a magician after all, but that's still a bit surprising to me, even. Oh, by the way, I was right about the other one. This is Zelda's level 4 Rapier, so we do want this one. Not getting this one? Yeah, that would be a bit annoying. Especially considering this is Zelda we're talking about. Back to this again. Looks like we're doing this strat again. Using the hammer. Opposing witches from opposing worlds, huh? I like what the game calls that. It's just quite interesting. But I don't see why that would be doing other stuff. By the way, I am tired of just getting trolled with other stuff. Since this is the last area of the map, I think I should actually complete the combo. Yeah, that's right, boys. We're using Link with Zelda. The team that we should have used. It's not going to be easy if we have to defeat a boss, but we don't have to as far as I'm aware. Like, giant boss, so we should be fine. So I'm just going to use Link. and it'll be okay. Yeah, Zelda, you can just kind of take a break. Link's gonna handle this. We haven't used Link in a while, and the main reason we're not using him in a while is because I'm always worried about certain things happening, particularly with the enemies doing a lot of damage in this. If you don't do stuff just right, some of these levels can get really difficult if you have lower characters, and Zelda is one of our lower characters, so I figure while we're here, it's better to just take out enemies with Link instead, and since it's already in the last area of the game and this is our strongest character, I figure it's better to use him here. I also realized we're gonna have to use Link on all the end maps as well, most of the time. Unless for some reason a game says otherwise, I probably will be using them on all the maps. But yeah, it's the first time seeing Link in a while, and we're not using his Master Sword because his 4+ sword we got here, the Dark Magic Sword, is actually better right now by quite a bit, actually. So we're using him just because he will be a lot faster taking on this mission than anybody else will be. And I think I actually picked the right character anyways, now that I realized it, because also, since we have to face, I forgot what it was, but I saw Sia as one of the commanders. That's kind of important because, that means, we can, I mean, see, we will have boost against Sia, making her die even quicker than usual, which helps out. But anyways, we took out the enemies up top, of course, just to delay the keep saboteurs so that they don't do anything bad. Beyond that, we'll take this keep and we'll be good. And we can just go straight for the boss, simple as that. Link is a pretty good character, even without his other weapon, because you could just do this on bosses and use, like, combo free or something else if you don't want to take out giant bosses. Also, we get kind of a reunion in a way because of what we did here, because Link is taking on Sia, which is one of the main opponents, at least before Ganon, that we take out in the storyline. So, a bit of a reunion in a way, so another reason, I guess you could say it's another reason why I picked Link for this. Just because I haven't done it in a while. The only reason I'm not doing it more, and while the threat was strong, we have proven ourselves far stronger, according to Game Definitive. Or in the cases of Link, really strong. Alright. And we got our level 4+ weapon for Zelda. Oh, we went so fast, we actually didn't get the right item from this, but that's fine. I think I could do this. Good. I was so focused on doing the other stuff, I completely forgot there was a chest here. Well, now we don't have Zelda. Let's just run it with Link again, but and yes, I'm not doing the dumb thing this time. You know what? Because I normally get certain stuff off screen. If I get anything off screen that isn't a certain thing, yeah, it'll get a bit awkward. So I'll just show you where this is, just to make sure everybody knows where this is. And I forget what this is, but this is Keeps, right? Oh, but one of those is in Bridge Keep, which is all the way at the top. I guess that's one reason why I initially didn't want to take it out. Alright. Right, we're going to West Keep first this time. After this one, that is. Assuming we actually kill the Keep boss, please. Thank you. I'd like him to die right about now. Takes them a while to get to the keep, so hopefully we can take out these in time. If we don't, that's gonna be a bit bad. So it seems to have something to do with the camera, why those bosses are dying. Or I guess just keep health in general is the reason why they don't always immediately die, which is a bit bad because we really need them to die fast, because if they don't die in time, we will be a bit screwed when it comes to speedrun stuff. Oh, and Lana's appeared. Okay, we got what we need, so now if Keep dies, it's not too bad, but we should probably send Sheik back just so we can switch to him if things get tight. Not like I'm worried that we're not gonna get this. Anyways, there's mushroom spores over here, and don't have an owl right now, that's good, but I'll still get this one so I can at least warp partially back, but beyond that, we have to go to the bridge keep for the next one. This one is really far out the way, and whenever we have to go here, it's pretty annoying. In my opinion, just saying. Alright. But only now did the keep fall, so we still have quite a bit of time, and now we got our fairy cloves. By the way, when you don't have to go for the A rank, it definitely goes a lot faster because you can focus more on the stuff you need instead of having to go around and just kill every individual Choop in sight, which can get really annoying after a while. Alright. Unless I see my enemy while I'd keep in danger, I'm not gonna go back for anything. So I absolutely need to. You're just trying to make this battlefield by canvas. This canvas? Well, we already defeated the opponent we need. Okay, so that fixes that problem. To be fair, the fairy items we do kind of need a bit too, so we should probably get those. If I remember correctly, this weapon over here, actually, I could just check it later when I get a chance. But right now, that's not what's concerning right now. What's really concerning is that we get to this next spot as fast as possible. Now, I didn't necessarily mean I'm going to get all the 4+ weapons right away. I might skip certain ones for reasons or another. Alright. Hunt down and defeat your foes again. Alright. Well, I guess one reason is because we didn't have the boost on certain missions that made defeating certain levels a bit harder. But in the meanwhile, we need a girl named Agatha to help us out with this mission, simply because, well, we need the item from it. That's about it, really. Actually, wait, no, I just realized something I should do, and I probably will do. I'll make this video a bit longer. It won't matter, because, let's be honest, after what happened the last time we did stuff like this... Nope. I have to reset because I accidentally switched characters. This is simply so I can use more than one Extreme Crush, by the way. I could get so annoying just trying to tap the button to one side and then mistakenly taking it somewhere else instead. That is the Phantom Ganon over there. wondering whether or not I should use the materials plus in us or not, and also he kind of went down for me. Well, that's kind of kind of him. Makes my job a bit easier, because I could just do that instead of doing other stuff. Okay, he didn't drop anything anyway. Not like I care. I'm at this point, I'm more focused on taking out everything. And I need to use this because I have not used this yet. Okay, thankfully that did a lot of damage to him. Darn, I didn't do this right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to use... Oh. I was trying to use my actual magic to break it, and then... Oh. And I didn't get a chance to do it, so I guess we're going to see a little bit of magic use here. This is just to knock him down, by the way. I haven't seen this in a while. Alright, there we go. That's a bit of a bad fail there, but whatever. All it's really gonna do is force us to use another Magic Fountain Plus on the next boss. Oop, wrong thing. Just as I thought. Alright. Oh yeah, prison I definitely need this for. Alright. Yeah, we were just not fast enough that one other time. That's why stuff happened. Whoa! They're both gone! That was weird. That even for me, that was weird. They just both vanished for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing using this, but whatever. I guess that works, technically. Alright. And the prison's gone. It's almost impossible to one-shot in prison, by the way, unless you have, like, level 200 with, like, other boosts and other stuff. Or simply just, like, 255 or something. Without that, he usually just dies in 2 hits. That's just the way the prison is set up. But as long as he dies in 2 hits, that's perfectly acceptable for me. And yes, I am not being dumb, in fact. One thing I realized, I should probably just go faster in general to try and get to the level 4+ weapon. Because if I can reach that, then it makes things a bit easier. How sneaky. There are spies nearby, according to this game. Not like I care. I'm gonna destroy them anyway. Alright, we have Phi over here that we have to use for one of the stuff. So let's go ahead and use her. Alright. Oh, this is a blue mission, which is slightly less worse. But I'm just gonna use Sia for the entire mission. Now, what is the goal for this? That's what I'm really confused about. Oh! Oh, I know what it is. It's, take 6 keeps again. We haven't had a keep capturing competition in a while, by the way. Because in addition to regular keep capturing stuff, there's also potential keep competitions that you can have as well. But that doesn't always happen. It really just depends on where you go. Okay, we have to go to West Keep anyways for one of the other spots, so I guess we're going there first. I don't know any other better route to do other than to do other stuff, and I also took out some troops there to make it a bit easier. The one thing I do like is when you capture an enemy opposing keep, you get a free captain out of the deal, who is also one of the slightly more powered ones. I mean, it's not just a miserable Hylian captain, but an actual try-hard Hylian captain that will actually push for aces, unlike other ones. Like, you've seen what's happened before. Some of them can be really bad occasionally. Alright. Back to here. And there we go. We got the only item we need now, so we're just gonna go back here for a minute to get some extra troop OKLs here. And then we'll be done, and I guess take this guy out for extra safety. Why not? It's pretty quick to do so. And then we're going for the boss, I guess. Yes, we are. Nice, we don't have to use Magic Fountain Plus, which is good, because it does waste just a tiny bit of time to do other stuff. Oh, Yuga's back. Oh, speaking of which, we haven't seen Yuga's intro up to this point, so time to show that. Oh, he's busy trying... Oh, that's Zelda he's holding right there. He's looking at his picture of Zelda. And then he's like, wait, what are you doing? You're trying to interrupt Esther me, huh? Oh. That laugh, by the way, my goodness. Okay. Yuga definitely means business when he has a laugh as evil as that. That's for sure. Alright, this might take a bit longer. I actually understand why this time, because we don't have boost on this map from the Everfane, nor the attack damage increase. But, not like I care, I could always put that up if we need it. Alright, he's done. Okay. And we are done. Okay, and the last two are just some regular levels. One of them's with Link. Okay, I guess I'll just use Link for that one. Simple enough. West Square again. This is getting... Seems we're going to West Square a lot from these items. And also, I went a bit too fast and actually didn't get an A rank. Honestly, I don't care. If I at least get... Honestly, let's be honest right now to everyone. If I at least get an advancement, I don't care. Yeah, okay. I could just come back for that later, and it's not really a big deal. I think I've mentioned this before, and I'll mention this again. I will, simply swap to something else if I need to. Alright, and with that, we get to defeat the Fiery Aerophos forces. With Link, who is already pretty strong, I'll just use Link with Hylian Sword. That'll work out pretty well, I think. And use Sia as a backup. Alright. We just need to go to West Square here. And that was my own fault, by the way. Just not getting 60 RKLs there. Let's be honest, I'll probably just get that off screen. Like I've done with so many other ones. Oh, this one again. I figure since Link is at least decent, we may as well use him while we're at it. Okay, West Square is on the side that I need to go anyway, so I'm gonna go there and do stuff. Alright. Keep going. I can just command Sia to go over here and attack. Oh, not you, Sia. To go over here. And attack on. That's one thing I always forget, by the way, is sometimes, there's one in my way or something else, yes. Can I sneak this in, maybe? Maybe? Yes. Okay, I got it in. It's been a while since I've used any combos normally to try and get kills. I'm so used to using Magic Fountain Plus that I'm not used to having to use other stuff. Oh hell, Tetra's already here. Might as well take her out while she's here. Okay, that's right. We didn't need to necessarily take the key. I forgot about that. Alright. Well, Tetra's gone. Now let's go for this fiery air boss right here. And yes, this is all you do against everyone. Just spam combo 1. No reason to spam anything else. Except for this. This spin is also really good. Since I want to save my items for the boss due to not being able to use Extreme Crush more than once now due to changing, but it's still good. What I mean by that, I mean like doing other stuff. And yes, by the way, I was supposed to get that A rank, just so you know, on that other area. I was definitely supposed to get the A rank, but because of fastness, I wasn't paying attention, and that's why I didn't actually get it. Well, I can fix that by just getting other... Oh, wait. I just realized something. It could be from a different goal altogether, but I don't think I took too much damage, so it had to be KOs. I must have just missed out by like 200 or something. All I know is I have enough this time. Oh, stupid. Early attack again by him. Hate when they do that. Just then become invincible for no reason or another. Or I guess you could just nickname it an alt. Kind of like how we use special attacks. Some are special attack alts. Others are actually magic breaker alts. Or rather, weak point smash magic alts. That's what I'm going to nickname them. It's where you end Focus Spirit early and it causes you to attack them back. If you get it by that, yeah, it'll probably do a lot of damage because it's very brutal. Because if that attack comes out very rare, then yeah, it probably will do a lot of damage if it does actually hit. Okay, we got the A rank that time. Good to know. And we got the Glooming Rapier as well for Zelda, so we no longer have to worry about that. Because of all the extra stuff up there, it's really hard to figure out where the Glooming Rapier even is. Jeez. Goodness. What's with all these characters having to sell weapons? Let's just get rid of them. It's not like I'm gonna use them at all in those maps anyway. Alright, one more, and we can end off the episode with this. Oh yeah, and now we have to switch over. Is this Subtle? I actually need to check. Oh, of course it is. Whatever, I'll just increase the attack damage. Actually, wait, no, I should use more. So because that, Opie's thing is getting in the way, I actually have to use 2 items here. One just to use as a bale, and then I'll use this to boost my water power. And then I'll use this hammer to boost my attack power. And that should make this a bit easier. And now we're ready to do this. Well, here we go. Looks like we're forced into the Great Fairy. Like we have a choice or not. That's fine though. we'll get a new item if we go to the Fairy Fountain, which makes this either Ganon's Tower or the other one. It's Ganon's Tower, okay. But yeah, this is gonna get a lot more interesting now. Just because of all the other stuff. And I cannot tell what this is. Oh, it's treason. That's my nickname now. I'm just gonna nickname everything other than a certain sort treason. This is a lot of troops. Ever since I missed that one problem, I need to make sure that I actually kill all these enemies. Alright. And Volga has appeared. Look at all these troops here. Let's take them out first. I like how the 8 fairy is the one using fairy magic. That just makes logical sense. This is a really cool weapon though, because it's the only time you get to play as a giant character without actually using one of the giant boss characters. The only other one that's this big is Ganon, who is not quite the same. But yeah. Beyond that, this mission is actually as bad as I thought, because since it's just commanders, it's not quite as hard to worry about. So, really, the only thing we should be worried about is the recruitment that might go off if we don't stop it soon. But yeah, that's about it, though. May as well just use the magic right now, because the sooner we get... As far as attacks go, I think this one that I'm about to do right here is the best attack, both for area of effect and boss damage. For just regular weak point smashes, it's probably better to just either time this right as they are about to reveal it, or just use basic combos since they're quicker. It really is up to us, I guess. Alright. I do not like this recruitment thing, so I think I'm gonna take out Ganondorf here. I'll take you all up by myself. How about... That's not gonna work, because you're gonna get taken out in a minute. Volga Smolga. It's just one of my nicknames because, well, I like rhyming, you say. Alright. I like this weapon, by the way. It's so cool to use. It's quite unique, in a way. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this in time, but we'll try to get to this in time. Actually, well, we don't really need it necessary in terms of other items, but we do need this both for KOs and a couple of other stuff. Yes, I have to realize that I need KOs for this. Okay, where is the item? I need to find this. Okay, there it is. Volga is one of those characters, by the way, that I'm gonna have to just attack normally. Hello! Now we look the same size! I guess the cool thing is when Volga turns into a dragon, he's pretty much the same size as the Great Fairy, so in a way he pretty much becomes a boss within himself. I know I say that, oh, Volga's super annoying when he does that, but that one time Volga did that attack, which was turn into a dragon, was actually perfect, because for a second he was pretty much as big as, what's his name? Ganon. And of course the Great Fairy, which is what we're using now. He was pretty much the same size as the Great Fairy. It's basically as if he became a giant boss in his own right. Alright. Now, one of the problems with this character is if you get a weak point break on the character and not land it exactly right, the attack won't happen, unfortunately. Not like we care. We can just use this. That was weird. Just went straight for attack. Aifa's normally not one of those troops that characters that does this, by the way. Oh, and by the way, because we're so low, let's just summon the moon while we're at it. One of the cooler specials, in my opinion. Just no reason, just summons the moon. Okay, good, we got it. If we miss that, yeah, that would be really bad. So, we got that level 4 weapon out of the way. Alright. Unique Dean, by the way. Alright. Okay, with that, we are now done collecting weapons on the Lorule map, and it's time to move on to the next one. And the reason why I want to move on to the next one is actually kind of important. I've actually been wanting to go to this map for a while, but haven't really been able to do much up until a couple seconds. Alright, but anyway, we got the item in both of these areas. And that's gonna be it. As far as I'm aware, there are no other weapons available here. And that's it, guys, for Lorule as far as weapons go. If you like, you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.